I think he knows what he's up against, and let's be fair, he's not been asked to do much this year, just qualify for the Champions League and win the SPL, so good luck.
Absolutely, good luck. And also at Murrayfield, you know what it's like to manage a Hearts team at Murrayfield as well, John. And I mean, there's 30,000 tickets sold tonight. Is that going to add to the atmosphere? Going to help Hearts? It's such a huge stadium.
Yeah, it is, but you do get a very good. I think there was 30,000 at the Schalke game when I first arrived. It was a tremendous atmosphere, and it's a gamble because it's nearly double the amount of fans that could see it if the game was at Tynecastle. Although the players, perhaps even the fans, would prefer it to be at Tynecastle. But should they go on, get through this tie, win the next one and reach Champions League, then you pull the big guns, you could get 40, 50, 60,000 in there.
How should Hearts play this, Gordon, briefly before we hand over to Murrayfield?
They've got to start very sharp. They've got to play at their very best tonight to get the result and get the goals lead that they need to take over to Bosnia. OK, thanks very much indeed. Well, here it is coming up now. Live Champions League action at Murrayfield featuring Hearts and Siroki Beijeb. Enjoy the match in the company of our commentary team, Ian McCall and Paul Mitchell.
And Hearts' fourth match at Murrayfield in European competition, the second time they've used this stadium as their base for Europe. Their first Champions League appearance. Hearts have played previously in the top European competition, the European Cup to use its old name, but it's been 46 years since Hearts' last appearance. That was when Benfica came calling to Tynecastle. A long drought for the Cubs from the capital city. But the man who lifted the Tennant Scottish Cup has the responsibility of leading Hearts in Europe, Stephen Presley. And a wonderful atmosphere building up in this stadium. Siroki Beijeb did the job in Belarus in front of a very small crowd. This will be an experience for them here this evening. Well, the side who finished second in the SPL have no Julian Brelli, he's on the bench, no Paul Hartley, no Andy Webster or Rudy Scatchell. Abraham Toll's in the starting lineup, as is Neil McCann.
Well, I think Neil McCann's a big player for him tonight. When Hartley's missing him, the wide players, Sosnowskis and McCann, will need to get on the pitch and support the front two.
Siroki Beijeb fielded the same starting 11 in both matches against Shakhtar Sologorskov, Belarus, and you can see the Brazilian names peppered throughout that 11.
You may see one of the strikers, I think, dropping back in the midfield to almost make it a 4-5-1. Hearts have got to stop the supply to Wagner, but if they get the first goal, they sit in very well.
Well, Siroki knows something we don't. They've named two goalkeepers on the bench, number 23 and number 12. For Hearts, a trio of youngsters, Mo, Neil and Driver, all looking for the first taste of European competition. Well, in Hearts terms, Andy Webster and Alan Mabry both started the last 10 European matches. Stephen Presley, 9 of 10, as he speaks there to Espen Bergsten, the Norwegian official, FIFA listed, very experienced referee. But what a night it is for Neil McCann in his second spell at Hearts. It couldn't have got off to a worse start, lasting just about 20 minutes at Kilmarnock. What a night for him.
Awful night. There was big expectation for the Hearts fans when they're coming back to Scotland. What he has got as well, Paul, is real pace. That'll be needed tonight.
Well, Hearts are concerned about where the goals may come from, but as Valdas Sosnowskis was keen to point out yesterday, Ian, it's not about the players who are missing, it's about the players who are out there tonight.
Well, definitely. I mean, everybody gets injuries, you've got to be very positive. Albeit Hartley will be the man they least want to lose.
Well, Valdas Sosnowskis very relaxed at training yesterday, a man who's played in European competition. Some words of wisdom now from Stephen Presley, Roman Bednar in there as well. So Stephen Presley has said the final words, and Hearts prepared to kick off their Champions League campaign. The second round, first leg tie against Siroki Beijeb of Bosnia. And Siroki made their European debut on the same day as Livingston made theirs in the UEFA Cup. Well, Tynecastle is an atmospheric stadium. Murrayfield's been accusing of lacking some of that atmosphere, but it's certainly busy enough in here tonight. And an early touch for Neil McCann. Swings the ball across. Bednar gets the touch. Second chance. Ball breaks. Aguiar was there. Knocked away by Silic on the far side. Almost a dream start for Hearts. Here's Roman Bednar. New haircut and all. Back to Neil McCann in the thick of the match. Chance came in. Well, he's wearing number 8. That was Rudy Scatchell's number last season, and he's almost taking up the goal-scoring mantle.
Well, it's a tighter run Paul Hartley would have been proud of. Great delivery from Neil McCann. Bruno Aguirre comes in late, and you know, maybe should have done better.
Tell you what, 39 seconds gone. Hearts felt they should have been 1 up.
I think he's got to go with his left foot there, Paul.
Well, early intentions from Hearts inside the opening minutes. Free kick goes against Hearts. Cisnauskas on that far side. Referee was in charge of Liechtenstein against Russia in the World Cup qualifying. Hopefully a referee with a smirk on his face all the way through. Silic plays it forward, looking for Selson. Turned away. Carvalho in the midfield alongside Wagner. And it's turned back to Landeke. That's through Robbie Nielsen. To Cisnauskas, still knock at the end of that. Here comes Wagner. Hearts trying to close him down quickly. Now the ball through. Craig Gordon having to hold on. And well, it's European football, absolutely no chances taken by Craig Gordon. Interesting there, Ian, that he wasn't pressed there, Robbie Nielsen, at all by the Siroki Beijeb forward.
Yeah, he still rushed it. You know, I think he had a lot more time than he realised.
So they throw in to the Bosnian side. No free kick. Aguiar plays on. Drops to Stephen Presley. They'll push in the back there. And Panzer just coming through there. And a little push. Fisas knocking the ball against Ivan Bubalo. Scored. Goal against Shakhtar. Soligorski away from home. So Hearts, who didn't score in their last couple of appearances here at Murrayfield in European competition. Schalke and Ferencváros been on the attack so far, but Landeke just allows that to run away. Viktor Barbaric has played at Tynecastle. He said he would have preferred to play there tonight. He played for Velez Mostar against Hearts back in '88.
I think some of the Hearts players may have preferred to play at Tynecastle tonight to get there's a decent atmosphere, but a full Tynecastle is a little bit different.
Ball gets played forward. Selson tried to go in there. Bubalo linking. Presley out to Neil McCann. Good to see Neil McCann back, eager to get involved in the action. Jankauskas and Bednar up front for Hearts this evening. Didn't always click last term. And Carvalho just plays the ball away in his first season with Siroki. So that's Cisnauskas, plenty of experience with Lithuanian sides and Russian sides too. Played in Moscow. Yeah, on to Cisnauskas, who doesn't keep his feet. And Nielsen trying to step past Ronell. Carvalho wanting too long. Bednar trying to go in there, and Panzer is there to clear. Good hassling there from Roman Bednar.
Yeah, and a little bit of overplaying from Siroki. They're keeping the game very long and trying to get their centre backs on the ball, but good pressure from Hearts there. I think they're going to have to hit their passes tonight. I was on the pitch, the grass is just a little bit long.
So the long throw of Robbie Nielsen. A little bit messily defended, but if they've had Hearts watched, they will know all about the long throws of Robbie Nielsen.
It's an incredible long throw. I mean, when Craig Levein was manager here, it was used all over the pitch. It's a great weapon.
Little smile there from Roman Bednar. Vlada Bolisic, the side who he won the second division championship with in the Czech Republic, make their European debut tonight. They could have actually been here at Tynecastle. Or at Murrayfield even. Old habits die hard. For Hearts, they have to watch now. As Karagan comes forward, the Croatian. Anic, the right fullback, plays it forwards. Berra almost got caught out there. And Bubalo looks to see who's on the box. Selson waiting. And the first corner of the evening will go the way of the Bosnians. Well, Takis has changed from Fisas, or is that just for Murrayfield? Who knows?
We'll still call him Fisas.
Good
for the
idea.
avoidance of doubt.
Greg Gordon. And Stephen Presley picks up Panza in his first season in the first team. Ian Jankowskis is back. So Dalibor Silic plays the ball in, knocked across. That came up off the arm of Neil McCann. A few shouts from the men in blue. That's up to Roman Bednar. Always nervous moments when the ball just breaks up off the arm. Neil McCann there. And, well, a little exhale from Neil McCann. Let's see if you think he got away with something here.
It's a decent corner in. Well, I certainly did hit his arm, but I think he was trying to get his arm out of the way of the ball, to be fair to him. I've seen him given.
Danger for Hearts then, as Tal in the midfield, being beaten to it by Carrigan. It'll be very interesting to see Ibrahim Tal playing that midfield role.
Yeah, he's just in there to allow Bruno Aguiar to bomb forward. You know, in the cup final when Aguiar was playing beside Hartley, he had to sit more, and I think he likes it in the forward areas, and Tal will just sit there and try and mop things up.
So Siroki Beijeb won the first 2 European matches that they played against Senegal of Slovakia.
Apart from the opening 30 seconds, they've actually started quite positively.
So Silic, who takes the set pieces, tries to whip the ball in. Fisas just making sure it wasn't going through, and early pressure has swung from Hearts to the way of Siroki Beijeb. A couple of players just outside the edge of the box, not marked here, and Hearts will have to be careful. Might try and nip in behind. Ball comes across, it's set up. Wagner with a chance. Well, I can tell you, because you can't see Ian McCall's notes, but he was writing that down as that corner was being taken.
Yeah, that's twice. The other corner, they had a free man come around the back space. That's an excellently worked corner. Wagner, I think, is more of a maker of goals and a scorer of goals, and maybe that was shown there in his shot, but that is a decent chance.
Well, if that had been at the other end, the Hearts fans would be disappointed that their player hadn't hit target. Interesting opening. Aguiar, who had the best chance so far, plays the ball out wide. Chisnauskas, ball whipped in. Bednar! Neil McCann sliding in, scored against FC Lantana at Tynecastle, was looking to make it a double.
First impression, I think Bednar had to do better there. It's a great ball into the box. I think Bednar's got to do a little better than that. I think he took it away from McCann, if anything.
Just got the little touch on it, and Neil McCann sliding in. I thought European football was supposed to be defensive.
Certainly not the first 8.5 minutes of this game.
Silic being closed down. Curl it forward, but Nielsen quite happy to let it go. Wonder what Valdas Savanauskas is making of the way that the Bosnians have started here.
Well, I bet you can't believe how far up the pitch their wide players are trying to push. They've been very positive so far.
Ball forward. The wide players are Bubala on this near side and Ronell on the far side. And Ronell on the ball. Carvalho up to Selson. Carrigan's made a good run down this right hand side. Fisas has to come out. Siroki slow to get men in the box, but that's a good challenge. I think it's Fisas. Great European experience and a great tackle.
Yeah, dangerous break again though. Got in a good area. Yeah, and it was a decent tackle, and it certainly was a goal kick.
Somebody's going to have Carrigan. Another one of the new signings by Ivica Urbanic. Several in the side tonight. Yet to play a league game, but starting their 3rd European match. Chisnauskas finding some room. Silic comes to be with him. Ronell drops 2. That's a decent cross. Here it comes! He's getting closer.
Well, that's 2 great deliveries already from that side from Chisnauskas. Not from the byline, but a great ball. I think Neil McCann Maybe exactly if he'd bent his run a bit and come in from a wider area, he'd have a better angle to head that into the goal, but I think it's a good chance. I think he'd be expecting to do better.
Well, Neil McCann, who played in Southampton's European tie against Steaua Bucharest, came close there. We played almost 11 minutes. It could easily have been 2-1. Siroki Beijeb coming forward. Chipped in across. Christoph Bennett. Now Bednar and Jankowskis. Moment, Chesnauskas is the player in form, and Hearts trying to find him at every opportunity. Challenge from behind came from Boris Panza, Bosnian under-21 internationalist.
Jankowskis does that very well, coming off, taking it to feet and protecting the ball.
So used to seeing Hearts set plays from here, either delivered by Hartley or by Rudy Skachel. It's tonight Bruno Aguiar.
Well, he started the game very well, actually, Bruno Aguiar.
Neil McCann too decides to go out. Left foot delivery in, should be cleared, and is. Landeka. Robbie Nielsen, who scored here at Murrayfield against Braga. That's poor play from Hearts, absolutely no pressure on them.
It is, and as you saw from the World Cup, set plays when you get to the level of football are absolutely crucial, and you're a player of Neil McCann's quality, he's got to deliver better ball in that.
Neil McCann in again. Tighter space. Fisas is challenged from behind, but he makes very little of it and gets back up. So Fisas looking to move forward. Bednar tries to break his man and then knocks it away. So Dave McPherson, well, one of his Hearts records was almost broken there by Neil McCann. He's the only player to have scored for Hearts in 2 separate European competitions. Neil McCann already has 1 goal in the UEFA Cup. He only had 1 in the Champions League.
Big Slim, as he looks so slim, actually. I'm one to talk right enough.
You can say that, he's 6'4", he dwarfs me. Mind you, most folk do. Here comes Stephen Presley. 17th European appearance. Presley plays it up to Bednar. Decent flick on. Header came in from Branimir Anic, the Croatian.
They have got 2 big strikers, Has, but you know, long straight balls like that from Presley, I don't think they're going to work tonight. Got to try and get the ball wide.
It's a fairly decent crowd inside Murrayfield. Well, they're making plenty of noise. Tomislav Vasic, the goalkeeper, just sending the ball directly out of play. Still trying to get used to the new defence in front of him. And the movements of the new players. He's the second choice goalkeeper now. Vladimir Vasil, who's on the bench, who's recovering from injury. Fisas looking for Jankowskis. Panza across. Jankowskis completing there. And he can give out the physical stuff too. It's a free kick. And it's just wrestling Aguiar to the ground. There'll be no question about that one.
Yeah, I think that was a stone waller. WWF there.
Well, he's Portuguese, but he's not known for diving. So the delivery from Bruno Aguiar. Plenty of targets. Past the 2-man wall. Vasic just goes up there, gets a good fist on it.
A better ball in, Presley, as usual. Big Ellis always gets round into that back space, need a couple of yards of space there.
So the long throw of Robbie Nielsen. Hearts have 4 in the box. And there's all sorts of pushing and pulling going on. And the referee was very quick in there.
Well, Landeka, I think, threw an elbow there, I've got to say.
Well, it's Landeka who's being warned there by Espen Bernstein, the Norwegian official. Ball played across. Presley was fighting for it. Drop for Bednar. And that is going to be a goal kick. Will Hearts be happy enough for the start?
Well, they're certainly happy they created a good chance in the first 30 seconds of the game, but since then, I'm not so sure. I'm like you, I'm not so sure Bednar and Jankowskis are a decent part. I think they're good individual players, particularly Jankowskis, but I think they need something different there.
Bednar tries to go in there. Miguel Pospisil on the bench was used a fair amount last term.
Or young Callum Elliott, who scored the winner for our under-19s to get to the final.
What a terrific result that was tonight. Callum Elliott will just have to rely on getting pictures or perhaps picking up a radio signal. There's a decent ball into the box. McCann again brings it down. Chance for Bednar, turns! And his first European tie, Roman Bednar just flashes one wide.
Yeah, I think they're getting a lot of joy around the back space, both areas. That's a great header back, and he swivels quite well. He's looking to lay that back, but there's no midfielder there. But Anic and Silic, the two fullbacks, I think they tuck in just a little bit too much.
And again, we'll mention his name several times throughout the night, but Paul Hartley, you would expect to be making that run up to the edge of the box.
He'd have been there, that's for sure.
Paul Hartley sitting not too far from us this evening. He's working on Radio Scotland. We're also covering this match. So it's a sense of involvement for Paul Hartley. I'd much rather be out there. Bruno Aguiar and Ibrahim Tal in the heart of the midfield, trying to keep things going. Anic puts the ball in. Here's Wagner. Carvalho wears 24, the Brazilian. Silic on the far side, wanted the decision, didn't get it. Siroki Bruyeg in their 15th European tie, and along with Ball, who they played last season, and who Paul Hartley played against too when Hearts played Ball, and won 2-1. It's been their biggest nights.
I certainly hope Paul's fit for the Scotland games, that's for sure.
Jankowskis touches it down. Christoph Berra beats Silson. Ball played forward again. Tal is coming very far forward again. Aguiar too looks up, just passes the ball straight away, and Carrigan can come forward. Silson will chase, but he's got no chance against Christoph Berra.
Yep, young Berra's quite quick actually when he opens up there. It was good cover. Because Fisas was played way out of position there with a poor ball.
It's amazing how one poor pass can take you from attack to being very vulnerable at the back. Pulling going on there. Hands up on Bednar. Well, the quick one there was poor. Pugalot has come in field. Silic, the captain. It just grazed the head of Fisas. And spotted by the assistant, Jan Peter Randen on this near side. So Branimir Anic, signed at the start of last season. Decent little flick on, Selson was looking for it. Aguiar. Jankowskis was trying to look round to see who was about. Should he win that? Jesnowskis against Silic. A little bit theatrical at the end, it looked, from Jesnowskis.
Delayed reaction there when he went down there.
Michelina suffers from that as well from time to time.
I think he did take a little kick, but he stayed up and then went down. Wee kick there, but it's delayed reaction there. That might be a sniper in the stand.
Well, he's played well so far, Jesnowskis. Bednar almost beats himself. Plays the ball forward, Anic. McCall alongside, mate, just shakes his head because, well, it's just at times Hearts passing isn't slick enough.
No, and I think Bednar's got to get more into the game, and Hearts have got to try and get the ball into Jankowski's feet, because he does link and he does take the ball in very well.
To number 7's battle, and it's Callaghan who moves it away. Attacking midfield player playing up front this evening. And Christoph Berra is shepherding him. Aldas Ivanowski said that he was ready to replace Andy Webster. Christoph Berra, he's quite happy with the like for like.
Well, do you know, he's been an understudy for 2-3 years now, Berra. He's not just suddenly come onto the scene, but he'll get his chance now, and he has attributes to play there, but whether he's Andy Webster yet, I don't know.
Here's Robbie Nielsen, one of the 6 outfield players with European experience for Hearts, playing for the Tynecastle side. And forward, McCann. Difficult ball, just a little bit perhaps overhit. Pantakis Fisas.
Great run when Neil McCann took him short and spun in behind. I think he wanted the ball played just a little bit earlier.
There's 2 schools of thought on Neil McCann. One is he'll be fresh because he's not played a lot of football, and the other is he'll be a little bit rusty because he's not played a lot of football.
Well, I think as well, at Neil's age, he's coming to twilight his career. Any type of injury, he can't afford to lose any of his pace, because that's a big part of his game.
Jankowskis took a sore one. Presley coming in from the back there on Selson. And free kick. Siroki Beijeb just taking the pace out the game slightly. Hearts may have to up the tempo. Ronell onto Wagner. Callaghan had made a good run. Neil McCann to Tal. Better play from Hearts. Here's Chesnauskas. Nice one out. And Chesnauskas failed that time. Gets up, tries to make something of the quick one from Nielsen. Played it across. And from our angle, that didn't look like it was too far away there from number 24, Carvalho.
That's good play again, good build-up play. Jankowski's linking there, and a good ball in the box. Bednar was getting hauled all over the place in the 6-yard box.
From that angle, sure, it was a little bit wider than we thought, but Hearts have the corner. Ball swung in, the goalkeeper again goes for the punch. And then went down quite theatrically, the goalkeeper, Tomislav Basic. I think perhaps trying to get the decision from the referee. Well, it was his own player, not even Bubala. Perhaps just took his leg there, but that was a nice dive too. Hearts again make nothing from the set play. And the set plays have been a source of disappointment.
Yeah, I mean, they're very important, and a crucially important game, and I don't think that the Hearts fans expect coming here to win 2-3-0. There's no mugs nowadays.
Well, if he is injured, they do have 2 goalkeepers on the bench. Fisas away. So Branimir Anic. Bennett turns it back. Anic again. Aguiardo gives away the free kick. Well, the Hearts fans started in good voice. They've come here in good number. 28,486. The crowd in here this evening. And we'll certainly be pleased with that. Let's see if they can make a bit more noise and a bit more encouragement. All played away. It's Hearts' biggest attendance at Murrayfield, beating the 27,272 against Schalke. Long ball through. And Craig Gordon's there. And certainly Siroki Beijeb have attacked more than we were expecting them to. They're very tight, they don't concede much. Just 18 goals conceded in 30 league matches en route to the title last year. Panzer wearing 13, just bundled over there. They replace Rezic. And of that 28,486, 80 of them have made their way from Bosnia. And they're making a racket at the moment. Česnauskas drawn across. Callaghan again. Wagner. Silic, the left back. Risky pass. Wagner. Ronell now. Ronell driving forward. Callaghan tries to step inside, and the left foot blocked by Berra. Carvalho, it was a nice little pass forward, but Selson was offside. He looked like he was going to take the shot, but it was a neat pass.
Good defending. Stephen Paisley came out and pressed the ball, and with that the Leicester back four pushed up. But I tell you what, decent build up again. At least a good 2 yards offside there.
Panzer wins again. There's Česnauskas, Ronell coming back. Bobby Nielsen once more to the Lithuanian internationalist. Cross on either foot, left foot that time deep. Too deep, but Neil McCann certainly very quick to get up there and provide an option on the left side.
Hearts need to get the ball more to their wide players because there's not a lot of creativity in the centre midfield, so need to get the wide players up the pitch.
Well, he had his opponents watched by Stephen Frail and Tom Henry. Well, Ivanauskas did watch them on video. Nobody actually makes of them now. He's seen them in the opening 28 minutes here at Murrayfield. Nielsen coming forward again to Česnauskas. Ronell tends to sit off him and then try and come back. And Silic comes up and makes the challenge.
Česnauskas looks the lightest player in the maroon jersey.
Long throw again by Nielsen. The little head flick on. Jankauskas couldn't get there. No Hearts player in about a 10-yard radius of the penalty spot, and that was certainly a problem.
Well, Tal was the one further forward. Bruno Aguiar was sitting just in front of the back 2 or 3.
So Siroki Beijeb will be fairly happy with the opening to this match. They have had a chance after 6 minutes. Wagner shooting over, but Silic, the Bosnian internationalist there, and the captain of the side, will be happy with the start made. Ball breaks out wide. Ronell on to Selson. Not well controlled that time by Wagner, but he did enough to get away from Česnauskas. And the Brazilian influence, the decent passing, good close control is there in evidence. Which, and by Fisas, Callaghan had dropped into the midfield. Just a high, hopeful hit forward there. But certainly enough to keep Hearts concerned.
Oh, definitely a terrific bit of skill by Wagner in the middle of the pitch there. Oh, to be honest, it's a very even game just now.
Jankauskas wide. On to Česnauskas. Nielsen. Bednar's dropped well wide. And it's not really his best place to be. Tal was just always doing enough to be running alongside the player who just took the connection. And they'll take the free kick.
It's a silly one because you see Robin Nielsen's there as well. And he's playing for the free kick, but it is a free kick. Bednar must do better. Must do better.
Neil McCann saying that came off the head of Miskaf Carrigan. Agreed by the assistant on the near side. Nice bit of skill by Wagner in the midfield. For a moment like he'd miscontrolled it, but look at this.
Outstanding bit of skill.
Panza knew that Jankowskis was trying to sneak in behind, so played the ball across to Silic. Presley back to his goalkeeper, who's not a lot to do, Craig Gordon. Siroki Beijeb have had a fair amount of possession. And Jankowskis, fairly obvious push in the back.
You know, you're saying Craig Gordon hasn't a lot to do, worryingly, either has Basic.
Here comes Fisas. Didn't look like much in the challenge there from Carrigan.
Well, if they'd have let it go, there was a 2-on-1 developing on the left-hand side there.
24-year-old deemed to have fouled Fisas. Bera and Presley come up from the back. Tempting ball, it was not.
I mean, not good enough. You know, the Hearts have got a great aerial threat. And Stephen Presley always in the back here. I think that's where he was trying to go, but see, well overhit. It was Christoph Berra there round the back three, well overhit.
And Berra too came in unmarked.
Yeah.
Well, the Bosnian side have never scored in Scotland in the 4 previous matches. 2 of them have been against Hearts, who've held out both times at Tynecastle. So far, they've kept the Bosnian champions at bay here at Murrayfield, but yet to find the breakthrough. So the 2 forwards, Siroki Beijeb are just holding back. Selson and Carrigan just allowing Hearts to come forward to the halfway line. Jankowskis, shoot for handball, just running over his man. It's getting quite bitty at the moment.
Yeah, there's no rhythm to the game at all, and you know, it was another long ball on a diagonal from Stephen Presley to Jankowskis, and you know, I think you need to do more than that to cut open teams at this level.
Vladimir Anic started out Hajduk split as a youth, plays it forward. Fisas needs to get back up again quickly. Good play from Bubler. McCann out helping. And the match is being punctuated by free kicks. Well, Vladimir Romanov has arrived, sitting in the royal box. He just keeps going up in the world.
He probably owns his own seat in there now.
His loyal subjects have yet to provide a goal, and that will be a concern. Silic. And a bit more of a drama out of that than needed to be. The offside flag goes up. Chasing there was Miskaf Carrigan, and again another stoppage.
But watching this, you know, you don't fear for Hearts this season, but no team should be as reliant on one player as Hearts seem to be in Paul Hartley.
Tal. On to Aguiar. Now here's Neil McCann. The ball was a deep looking one, looked for Jankowskis, tried to get in there. There was a shout for handball from Roman Bednar, but Neil McCann wanted to play that for Jankowskis. So 10 minutes to go to half time. And the side of the breakthrough. Here's Wagner. Carvalho gets it through his countryman. And Anic had taken up a good forward position. Whips the ball in. Presley was there. He had to be. Now Hearts have a chance to break. With only 3 forward for Hearts, 5 back for the blue of the Bosnians. El McCann. Cisnauskas has space. Takes the ball out wide. Robbie Nielsen. Little ball in. Carvalho knocks it away. Nielsen again onto Cisnauskas. Specialises in scoring in the Scottish Cup. There's the European goal for him tonight. Hearts fans not appreciating the diversion backwards. Should be used to taking the long route round in Edinburgh. Here's Wagner. Bubalo. Oh, that was another opportunity.
Yeah, Wagner's certainly very talented. His rear passing is excellent, but Hearts have got to pass the ball around a little bit quicker, a little bit sharper. But there's a makings of a good wee partnership on the left with Fisas and McCann.
Well, Neil McCann to get across. Kauskas almost in there, but it was a good header. Just to knock the ball away.
3 or 4 decent deliveries from left and right, but none from the byline as yet.
Driven forward again, Bednar this time. Tries to link with Jankauskas. It's not been too much of a success. Carvalho overhits Selson. Stephen Presley, well, I don't think he got a shout either from his goalkeeper or from Robbie Nielsen.
But the crowd are up in arms at that. I think that's good defending. Put it out and we'll organise from there.
Safety first, certainly on a European night. Aguiar got the man as the ball makes its way all the way into the back of the net, but the whistle had clearly gone. Aguiar the man.
Tell you what, thank God he gave a free kick though, because I tell you what a strike.
It's Carrigan.
Hearts have stopped, but he's caught that so sweetly. And Craig Gordon wouldn't get near that.
He's dangerous, Carrigan, and he may fancy the free kick. Silic has taken the set plays. Ronell scored from the penalty spot in the home leg against Shakhtar Soligorsk. Silic is there. Wagner too. Free kick comes in! And Hearts were thrilled to see that go wide before Wagner knocked it home.
Great effort, it just dipped too late. And it's just a little bit wide as well. That's a great effort.
That's a terrific free kick. Plenty of danger signs at the moment.
But definitely, as I said before, I mean...
And there's another one.
Exactly.
And Hearts just get lucky as that ball comes off, but how lucky are they going to be with the health of Craig Gordon? Oh, Carrigan is down as well.
There's no communication there at all, Paul. It could have been a sore one. I mean, I don't think it is, but it could have been a sore one.
Berra just tried to shield the player who got past him on the left. And thankfully Craig Gordon is okay once more. Being forced on the back foot more often than they would like on the home ground for European ties. Celtic too found it tough last term against Bratislava. That's through Neil McCann. Well kept in by McCann. Fisas goes on the overlap, draws some attention, allows McCann to play it across. Hands over the header. Here comes Selson. Good challenge by Berra. Can Hearts find a breakthrough before half-time? Aguiar showed too much of it to Selson, then had to hurry. Fisas, well robbed. Here's Carrigan. Selson is in field. And again, just waits. Nicely done too. Here's Bubalo. Ivan Bubalo with a cross. Too deep, and Robbie Nielsen perhaps could have afforded to let it go. Decided again to be safe.
Maybe in an early shout, you know, up here you don't know. He obviously didn't get a shout there, but it's a good break again. They're getting, you know, the 2 or 3 in the box there as well.
So it's Wagner who'll go across to take it. Panza and Landeka, the 2 tall players from the back. Ball comes curling in. Bednar tries to get there. He'll lose out though to Bubalo. It's a good touch from Bednar, up quickly to... I thought he took that out, he did. A lesson in doing all the hard work.
Aye, oh, he did really well. He's complaining there, but it looked from here that the ball was definitely out. The linesman couldn't have had a better view. He wouldn't make a mistake there, surely.
Oh, he couldn't have got that one wrong.
I said to myself I wouldn't slag officials and goalies this year, so...
That's not bad. How long's that been? 41.
Tell you what, I think it was just out.
Corner it. Panza tried to make the run. Just knocked it off his boot there. Hearts will be looking for something just to give them a little lift before half-time.
Well, you know, the central midfield players have got to get a little bit closer to strikers as well, because the strikers are on their own.
So Aguiar back to Stephen Presley. They've started 10 of the last 11 European ties for Hearts. Stephen Presley. It was a big miss when Hearts lost against Bordeaux at Tynecastle after the fine away win. Now here's Neil McCann. Almost played it through to Jankauskas. Wagner there again. Better. Position, Hearts have to win that, but better. Has a word now with Aguiar, not happy. And the way he followed through, conceded the free kick. And it's forward again. Selson just took his eye off it. Carrigan loses out to McCann. That's a free kick for Hearts. Again, quickly taken. Bednar. Sit down. Jankauskas fancies the drive. Well, it's just not working up front for Hearts at the moment.
That one was, I mean, he took a good touch, and it's worth a strike. It's just a poor effort. The execution is bad.
What's Valdas Ivanauskas thinking about? What will he be saying at half-time?
I think one thing he's got to change Tal and put him on top of Wagner and put Aguiar on the other side, because Wagner's running the game for 10-15 minutes there. And just tell Ibn Tal just to man mark him.
Aguiar almost hits Tal. Česnauskas. Can he deliver? Tal. Did enough to keep the ball. Here's Česnauskas again. 10 men behind the ball for Siroki Beijeb. Inside the final 60 seconds of normal time. Hearts being repelled. Nielsen out wide again. Bednar who'd gone out wide. Česnauskas went into the middle. Jankauskas can't win it. And easily enough for Wagner.
Again, a ball, you know, dropping at the edge of the box, and they're no Hearts player near it.
You've mentioned they're simply not getting down the flanks, not getting round both Anic or Silic. There will be no additional time. As Silic plays the ball away. Presley to Tal. Tal a cup winner now in both France and Scotland. Nielsen into Bednar. Bednar trying to go out wide onto that right hand side. Bog hits, played out wide. Here's Česnauskas. And knocked away, and the half-time whistle goes at Murrayfield. It started brightly. It ended, well, with less positive messages from Hearts. Siroki Beijeb have played well throughout, and Wagner has been the danger that we thought he would be. Neil McCann on his return to European football for Hearts, and a couple of opportunities. Cisnauskas there playing it across. Neil McCann almost on the end of that, sliding in. This the header that you felt he could have scored with. It was deep, played across, and Roman Bednar. It was a nice turning shot from Roman Bednar on his first European match. He's getting experience. It's not been easy for Hearts. They found it very difficult at times against the midfield of Ronell, Wagner, Carvalho and Bubelot. But let's find out what John McGlynn, the assistant coach, has made with it. He's with Jim Spence.
Well, John McGlynn has been fairly tight. You've had a couple of chances. Neil McCann has stretched in for a couple, and Bednar not going over the bar.
Yeah, I think we started fairly well. I mean, within the first minute, Neil McCann's put 2 balls across the face of the goal, and I think it was Bruno put one over the bar from maybe about 7-8 yards, and then on the other side, David Cisnauskas is putting a couple of good balls in that we just didn't quite got in the end. Neil McCann on the back post, and you're right, I think Neil put a great ball in that Ed Garris just couldn't quite get in the end. But that was where we knew that we would get in, was in the wide areas, and we've got David in some great areas. Him and Robbie have linked up down the right hand side really well, and we've got balls in, which was the plan, but we just got to get someone on the end of it who's going to get in the back of the net.
Is there a slight concern that midfielders maybe just a wee bit too far away from your 2 front men?
When we play balls from back to front, they've got to get up very quickly, because Siroki have got 2 guys that are sitting there just to pick up the loose ball, and they're doing that better than us just now. So we've got to get up, we've got to get Bruno up quickly and Abraham up quickly in that second ball.
Thanks very much, John.
Okay.
John McGlynn there is talking to Jim Spence. It's 0-0 at half-time, Hearts against Siroki Beijeb. And John Robertson's with us, former Hearts boss. What do you think of that first half performance from a Hearts point of view?
I think you've got to look at it as being disappointing. Started wonderfully well, you see Neil McCann getting the ball whipping in 2 fantastic balls in the first minute, even a minute gone, and they nearly scored there from Bruno Aguiar. Cisnauskas, who we said at the start of the programme would be a danger, whipped a couple of great balls in from the other side, but after about 15 minutes, they've kind of dropped out the game. We'll touch on the reason why we think later, but they just seem to have gone to the long ball system very quickly and never really looked like opening them up.
I mean, how much do you think that Scatchell and Hartley not being in that midfield is such a miss for Hearts?
It's a tremendous miss if you don't even include the goals they get, which are a lot of goals. I think they were over 30 last season. Yeah. But I think Mr. Romana was saying in interviews in the last week there, Hearts are going to be playing some scintillating football this season. We're waiting. You know what I mean? We've watched 45 minutes.
That's the first game, Gordon. Come on.
It's the first game. I haven't seen scintillating football there. Direct ball, not like the Hearts the way they played last week at all, or last season. It's just a long ball game at times. When they get the ball wide, get crosses in, they'll then get a chance. I think these 2 strikers that they have, Bednar in particular, the big guys, and obviously Yankaukas as well, they thrive more on cross balls and getting headers in than they do in actual in set play and normal build-up play, link-up play. They don't really do that well, certainly not at the moment, and they're far too direct.
Yeah, absolutely. But we'll have a more considered analysis coming up later on. But let me tell you, we mentioned it at the start of tonight's programme. Scotland have qualified for the final of the Under-19 European Championship. It was a great performance this afternoon, playing the Czech Republic in the semi-final. They won 1-0, and this is how the goal went into the back of the net. It came from a jambo. It came from Callum Elliott. It was a Ryan Conroy long free kick into the box met by Jamie Adams. Head the ball back to the back post, and Callum Elliott, very clever indeed, to knock it in. And Scotland will play Spain at the weekend. They've already been beaten 4-0 by Spain, and Spain won in the semi-final today against Austria 5-0. So they're going to be a pretty difficult opposition, but Scotland are in a major final. Delighted about that, we all are, and so is our travel correspondent, Chick Young.
It was a fantastic performance by Scotland tonight, back in a European Championship final, the first time since Helsinki in 1982. Tommy, what a performance by your lads, and against all the odds as well.
Yeah, I thought we were magnificent once more. We rose to the occasion, and I thought the players were absolutely outstanding.
One black spot, there was a booking for Stephen Fletcher of Hibs, which keeps him out the final against Spain on Saturday night. Is there anything you can do about that? Because I believe television evidence shows it was innocent.
Well, I think he was innocent, and I think in the interest of fair play we'll appeal it. I don't know if we can, but we will, and hopefully UEFA will look on it favourably. I mean, these lads are 18 years of age, and it would be an absolute disgrace if he was banned for the final for something that didn't happen.
The big question, of course, is can you go on and win it now?
Well, we're coming up against the best team in the tournament, but we've gone up against them before. We got a lesson, we'll hopefully learn from that, and we can then go and learn from our mistakes, hopefully.
Not many mistakes so far, and one young man beside you, Callum Elliott, who's shown his team the way ahead. To Callum, you just want the Hearts to go and do what you've done tonight, don't you?
Obviously, it's a magnificent achievement tonight to get to the final of European competition, and everyone's delighted, but I'm not concentrating on Hearts. I'm here with Scotland, and that's what I'll be concentrating on.
The temperatures out there were incredible, in excess of 40 degrees. It must have been a hard shift.
Obviously, every game's been difficult, but to get through to the final, that's what it's been all about. That's what I've worked a year for, and we're all delighted.
Going to win it?
Just need to wait and see. We'll prepare for the game and take it for there.
And I think the lads may go out are they allowed out for a lemonade tonight?
No, the players will be in their beds. I think the most important thing we've stressed them is that rest. We have to be at peak performance, so we'll have a quiet evening, the players and the staff, and we'll celebrate after we win the final.
I'll probably stay in myself, Dougie. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much indeed, Chick. Yes, imagine Chick Young encouraging the under-19 team to go out for a drink this evening. I can't believe that. John Robertson, you never went out for a drink after a victory, did you?
Never once at all.
Now let's just look at the bigger picture for Scottish football. The under-19 team getting into the final of the European Championships. For the future, you've got a couple of guys there at Livingston. Snodgrass is in there. I mean, the future, you must think, is fairly bright if this is anything to go by.
It's fantastic for them, and that's what we need to carry on now from the 19s into the 21s. You'll hope that the majority of that squad will push on in there. Tommy's done a fantastic job to go over there against the elite of the European scene. And OK, we did take a bit of a doing against Spain, but hopefully we've learned from that and we can turn them over in the final.
And so did Austria today, of course. They lost 5-0 against Spain in the semi-final, as I said earlier on. But let's turn our attention back now to the match tonight, live here on BBC One Scotland. Champions League action. It's Hearts against Siroki Beijeb. It's 0-0 at half-time. And Gordon Smith, first of all, we mentioned that Hearts had a great start to this game, and it really was truly amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I thought they would have to do that, be very positive about it, because obviously Siroki have played a couple of games, but Hearts right away they took the game to them, and as I say, what we did notice about it was getting the ball into wide areas, getting the early crosses in caused the danger. I thought actually Aguiar should have done better than that. Yeah. I would have thought maybe even diving to head the ball here would have been better than trying to side foot it.
So you'd have put a head in that, Robbo, wouldn't you?
I think that was the one I would have been looking at, but as you say, the start was encouraging. Look at the amount of players forward here for Hearts. McCann, Aguiar, Bednar, they're all getting the box, and that's, I think Ian McCall said in commentary, perhaps Roman Bednar could have done better, but look at the amount of bodies from this angle that are getting in there. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the picture. As the half wore on, Hearts didn't seem to get Aguiar forward, and they didn't seem to get again, here you can see the amount of bodies in the box. They've got 3 or 4 lads in there, look, and that's a great chance for Neil McCann.
I think Neil McCann is actually believing the goalkeeper's going to get that there. I think he's taken by surprise, and as soon as the keeper had missed the cross when he thought he came, he can't react to it quickly enough. But that was where the danger was coming from, especially it was Cisneuskas on the right hand side that was putting in good crosses, but there were opportunities. Neil McCann heads this back across here. Bednar, it's not an easy one, it's a difficult one, but he got the shot in. But that was the early chances, but they seem to stop doing anything other than just maybe at times getting crosses in. I think they've got to play a bit more football at times.
John, it wasn't just about the crosses. What we watched there, the 4 chances, there was a lot of pace in that. There certainly wasn't an awful lot of pace in Hearts' play towards the end of the half. Yeah,
I think they resorted to sort of the long ball game later on in the half, and the big problem is that you can't ask your midfield men to come short. As John McGlynn said there, they can't be short and try to receive off the defence in one area and then bombing 50 yards, 60, because the game's huge at the moment. I mean, the length of the game's incredible. What Hearts need to do is get out into midfield, get out to the wide men. Full-backs are massively important. You've seen the good play there between Fisas and McCann, and particularly Nielsen and Cisneuskas. That's when they've got it wide, that's when they've got it into good areas, and that's when they're causing all the problems.
Well, we'll talk more about the long ball game in just a minute, but first of all, I mean, chances that Siroki actually created, and perhaps a handball early on in the first half as well, because it's potential penalty, do you think? Yeah,
I think we saw Neil McCann's reaction himself, that he sort of had a little look at his dugout after this. I don't think there's any doubt that he hit his arm. Accidental, it can be considered,
but you've seen them give it. Exactly, yes, absolutely. But again, a couple of chances here for Siroki.
Yeah, I mean, they've come forward and they seem to have, they were on the rack to begin with. They seem to have grown in confidence. Hearts do sit deep at corners. It was well worked, and on another day, this one, it's great closing down play from Neil McCann. On another day, this could go flying in. So Hearts have got to watch it. As a European tie, they don't want to lose an away goal. They want to keep it tight, but they need to go out and be a wee bit more positive and get one, possibly 2 goals to make it a wee bit more comfortable for them.
Yeah, it's a good point, Dougie, because at this level in Europe, I always think it's about how well you defend at home. Most people think it's about defending well away from home. You've really got to get a 0 at home nowadays, and at the very worst, you go with a 0-0 away from home. That's still not of all the bad results you can get. That's the best one, a 0-0 at home, because you don't want to lose a home goal.
No, certainly don't. One thing we mentioned before there, John, was that the long ball that Hearts seem to have resorted to play, and as a midfield player, you must be pretty frustrating because you're just looking up and seeing the ball flying over your head.
Well, it is there. You'll see Stephen Prez with the ball here. Now there's Ibrahim Tal, and you see Aguilar trying to get forward here, and it's difficult. It's flicked on, and you see McCann and Jankowski just trying to get on it, but you don't retain possession. So therefore, it's coming back to I think Christoph Berra, we've pointed out, is probably the only one that's not done it. And if it's knocked up like this from Fischer, it's got to be in an area where Jankowskis and Bednar can control it on their chest.
Yeah,
they can take it in their chest.
You just
and
wonder, John,
play.
whether they've had them watched or something and they felt there was a weakness there. But they haven't been too weak, actually, to be honest with you, because Hearts, they haven't even looked to play through midfield. They just keep knocking it long. They got a free kick on that occasion, and that can always cause a bit of a danger. But so often it was just that looking to play the ball at the back. What we do, there's no midfield player coming.
No.
A lot of teams, a midfield man would come in there and start the play, but Hearts aren't doing that. It's just a long ball all the time.
From what John McGlynn was saying at half-time, though, it seems that, like you say, it certainly seemed to be a tactic they were going to employ in this game.
I don't think it's a long ball they were going to employ. I think getting it wide to David Cisnauskis and Neil McCann is certainly a tactic, and it's shown when they've got it, they're the guys that are causing the problems with magnificent crosses. But they need to go and be a bit more patient, get Ibrahim Tal on the ball, just play a wee diamond, get Cisnauskis coming in, McCann coming in. The times that Hearts have done really well is when Fischer has got forward to link up with McCann, and especially when Robbie Nielsen's got forward to link up with Cisnauskis. That's where all the danger's coming from.
And of course, there was on one occasion towards the end of the first half when Hearts just suddenly slowed down the build-up, but more methodical in the play, and they almost got something from it again.
I think so. I think it's sort of proved, and if anything they're doing in at the half-time is actually saying, look, we've tried the long ball game. That's not really our best function. I know they don't have 2 midfield players in the middle that are comfortable in making a build-up, but in this little bit patch of play here, we can see they knocked it about. They're looking a little bit slower in the build-up. There's full-backs getting forward to support the front men, support the wingers. They eventually got the cross in and half chance from it. So, you think, why not play a bit more football?
But you know that yourself, Gordon, that the way to move defenders, there's Fischer going forward, and he's dragged the defender out. Cisnauskis come across, Nielsen's at the other side. When you've got 2 men coming down the flank at you, you can then move defenders about, and it's difficult to pick them up. If you're just knocking straight long balls all the time, as a defender, it's great. You cover your centre halves. John McGlynn said there's 2 central midfielders for Siroki sitting there waiting on it. Hearts must go down the flanks. They must try and get 2v1s in the wider areas and put the kind of crosses in they put in the first 15 minutes.
It seems a strange factor that Hearts, with the size of squad they've got and all the players they've got at the club, that with Brelly's injured, obviously Hartley's out just now, they're having to play a centre half. In the middle of midfield, you think surely they've got other players that can fit in there, but they obviously
don't. They have, Gordon. I thought last week in the last 10 minutes or so, and again the friendly us, the little lad Lee Johnson is a real midfield playmaker. Get on, pass. That's the type of player they appear to be missing tonight.
That's right, but they would consider playing a centre half before they would even consider playing another midfield player. Maybe because they were deciding they weren't going to play much through midfield, they were going to miss out the midfield and just hit long balls.
The fact it is 0-0 at half-time, that must give the Bosnians a lot of confidence going into the second half, I imagine. Yeah,
they'll be delighted, to come away from home and keep a clean sheet for the first half. They'll be very happy with, and from Hearts' point of view, no goals against is vital. That's the most important factor of tonight. They do not concede a home goal, but you want them to be a little bit more positive this half. Go out, try and get the full-backs to this, because that's, I would think we're both in agreement here, that's where the danger is going to come, and if you can put in quality service, you're looking for Bednar or Jankowskis to get on any one of them.
From a defensive point of view, I mean, a free kick and that corner perhaps are the only real major chances from the Bosnian point of view, but the defence has to stay tight.
It's about keeping concentration, because if you get most of the play going forward, you've got to be very careful of the counter-attack. Tal should be a help in that respect, at least that he can come back in there and help defend. It's very important, as John says, that Hearts, as I said, 0-0, even from my point of view, 0-0 is not the worst result you can get in Europe. You mustn't lose a home goal, and if they can get even a 1-0 win, a 2-0 win, but they need to step up the level of performance. I thought they looked a bit rusty in that first half, and they need to step up just the pace of the game.
Yeah, I think you're right, Gordon. The tempo is, the first 10 minutes was great. European tie at home, Murrayfield, whatever. The tempo was great, and we're really getting, and that's when the Bosnians looked a bit uncomfortable. But the longer the games went, and with the Bosnians dropping back and making Hearts perhaps play slightly more direct, it's worked for them.
Yeah,
The Bosnians are obviously out on the pitch, Hearts making them wait. They're obviously keen to get on with the game, but what would Ivanauskas be saying? Final words before taking the side back out?
I would hope he's saying what we're saying here about the tempo, the pace of the game. Raise that, get the ball quickly, even if we're playing the build-up, move them about, but make sure we're getting the ball into wide areas, get the crosses in, because Hearts do look a threat from cross balls. I don't think there's any doubt if they get a goal tonight, it'll probably come from a cross ball. OK, thanks very much indeed for the moment, guys. But let's enjoy the second half now. It's Hearts against Siroki Beijeb in the company of our commentary team, Ian McCall and Paul Mitchell.
Well, in previous meetings with Bosnian opposition, Hearts have been drawn at home in the first leg and taken a lead on their travels. They will settle for the same again tonight. But Ian McCall, as Gordon Smith said, 0-0 is not a disaster, but certainly it's not a result they'd be looking for.
Well, certainly not with the attendance they've got. They've got so many Hearts fans here. But Gordon and Robert made a good point about, 0-0 isn't a terrible result, but you've got to think that they'll want to score one, maybe two.
Well, the familiar twirling of the scarves greets the start of this second half. Siroki Beijeb have been in training for over a month, first at their Mosticano Baku base, then in Slovenia, before completing preparations at their own Pekara Stadium. There's Neil McFarlane, former Hearts player, started 5 matches in Europe for Hearts, played in 5 of 6 in the last European campaign. Even the former players taking an interest in how the current squad are going to get on. There's a terrific attendance here. It's the biggest Hearts have had at Murrayfield, but not record receipts. That belongs to the Schalke match, given the generous pricing for the match tonight, which the fans from Bosnia too could take advantage of. So Siroki Beijeb getting ready to get us underway. 2-0 aggregate winners over Shakhtar Soligorsk. That's the 2 1-0 wins. Anic, the right fullback. Forward, ahead of Aguiar. Silic, who played for the national team against Iran. Just a couple of months back, Bosnia well defeated, 5-2. Skalvalia. No changes to either lineup at half-time.
Really good defender by Stephen Presley. He looks as good as ever, I've got to say.
Stephen Presley nudging his men forward. Jankowskis won the header. Bednar might try the snapshot. Landeka was there to block. Here comes Ronell. That's a good run from Selson. There, not give him any space whatsoever. Nielsen makes the angle. And Ronell just catching the Hearts fullback. Rather needlessly, they were trying to put pressure on.
Yeah, nothing malicious in it. I just think he got there as quick as he could, and he's just caught Nielsen a wee bit high there. Good defended by Berra again, getting there behind Stephen Presley.
They certainly look very comfortable. A new 5-year contract for him. They told Takis Fisas before the press conference yesterday. He said, "Oh, I'm delighted to hear it." Here comes Česnauskas. It's the break of the ball. Takes on 3. And eventually, the ball knocked away by Carvalho.
It wasn't classic wing play, but you know what? At least it was positive.
So he was trying to go to the byline. The long throw again. Presley goes up, got a touch. Bednar with a chance. That was terrific defending. I think it was Branimir Anic who was right behind Bednar.
Again, a great long throw. It's just broke to Bednar on the bottom. It is great defending. Could Bednar have been a little bit sharper onto it? Any type of shot is going to hit the back of the net. No, good defender.
Yeah,
good defending, yeah.
Landeka on Bednar this time. Comes across. Silic with a header. Stephen Presley tracking down. Can be done by Selson. There was no hacking the ball away. Dalibor Silic. 4th season of the Bosnian champions. Below, bundled over there by Fisas, who won the header. Bosnian under-21 internationalist. He's looked lively at times, got free on the wing. The kick goes against Hearts. Still a bit early to say if they've, changed anything tactically in the midfield here.
No, I don't think they have. I think Ibrahim Tal's just got to get up the pitch a bit. I know he's the setter, but he can't play as deep as he's playing.
Good interchange of play. Karagan involved. Wagner again. Goes for the return. Well, let's hope they follow the World Cup side, showing some early promise before nosediving.
Well, Hearts started the second half so well. They can't seem to build up a head of steam to get the crowd up, get the crowd behind them.
Ball comes inside. Landecker knocks it back. Tomislav Basic. Fisas. Here's Bednar again, some space to run. Almost a good pass to Česnauskas, but it was read by Silic. And set now for Karagan to try and take on Presley. Presley solid. Moved neatly from right to left there. Join us on Saturday afternoon at 4:40, BBC One Scotland. Sports Scene on a Saturday is back with all the results from around the country. Hearts, of course, go to Dunfermline. A match you can hear on Radio Scotland. Ball played forward. Be interesting, Ian, to see just how long Siroki keep the two players up front, and if they'll just slowly start to retreat and just defend what they've got.
Well, I think that's dependent on Hearts. Hearts have got to press the game and put a bit of pressure on for that to happen, but half time they were mentioning to get the 2v1s out wide. The ball isn't getting transferred across the park quick enough for that to happen just now.
If anything, the men in blue look livelier with their passing. Played infield by Ronell. And Wagner, just a little pull on the shoulder of Aguiar, but Wagner certainly had a good evening so far, the 28-year-old. He's come close a couple of times to opening the scoring. Neil McCann. Just not what the doctor ordered there from Neil McCann. A little twist and turn to get some space, but no end delivery.
But you actually want Neil McCann receiving the ball further up the pitch and wider, rather than turning there and trying to play passes. I don't think that's his strength.
Better wins the header from Selson. Tal can only turn it on to Silic. Česnauskas easily bypassed. So going to think about a change. Ball flicked up. Handball there, not given by the official. Bubalo, another one bounced up on Karagan. And Bruno Aguiar brings it away. There's a chance for Bednar. Has to look both ways or both shoulders. Gets up, but Ronell gets back. Hearts will at least get a throw.
Equivalent of a corner.
Hearts considering a change. But they're considering a double change. That's Basil and Mikalunas. Robbie Nielsen plays it in, the chance! And Hearts have scored! It's the opening goal of the European campaign. And Hearts take the lead.
Got their own goal, Paul. But they always threaten from the long throws, it's got to be said.
Well, you said it was as good as a corner. Well, Robbie Nielsen was right up there. Stephen Presley got up the touch, but it may well have been Branimir Anic who got the final touch. And it was called by Ian McCall. Branimir Anic with the own goal.
Good pressure by Abraham Chow on top of him, and Elvis is up there as well, but it's a scrappy one, but it's an important one.
And I think that's Hearts' first ever own goal for them in a European tie. How about that?
An important one as well. They might not make the changes now, Paul. We'll see.
Adam Lothian 1, Enke, Siroki, Beijeb 0. Anic on target at the wrong end.
Now's the time for a good ball in the box. 1-0 up, they put them under pressure. Neil McCann's got the ability to put a great ball in the box.
So there's the man who nodded past his own goalkeeper, played all 6 European ties last season. Branimir Anic, ever present this season. Now Neil McCann plays it in, Presley that time!
Great delivery. Great delivery.
Well, Stephen Presley coming also close to adding to his European tally.
I tell you what, brave header, he was unlucky, but you know, that's what Neil McCann's capable of, the pace on the ball. Elvis, do you know what? Elvis should never have done better there. I know he was brave, but any time a touch on target's a goal.
Well, a few words to himself there, Stephen Presley, and how the whole complexion of the match changes.
Well, the Hearts fans are waiting to cheer something, you know, they haven't had much to cheer, but they certainly have now.
Battling for it. This is a test too for Ivica Barbaric to see what he can make of his side as Hearts prepare the double switch. The saltire on the back of the jersey. There's one from the Czech Republic and one from Lithuania. We'll wait to come on. Tal. Bednar with renewed vigour. Landeka.
Do you know what? Not the worst ball in the world. It's just a decent ball in a decent area, getting them turned facing their own goal.
Oh, you can afford a smile now. I wonder if he's trying to hold up the number, seeing who to take off. I think it's just being a bit mischievous.
That's rumour mongering, Paul.
So Jankowskis is the man who comes off.
You know what, I can't believe why make a substitution when you've got the pressure on, when you've got another long throw. Wait till after it.
Well, Mikhail Pospisil, who's coming on, has played against Siroki Beijeb before, and he has scored. He scored for Sparta Prague in their victory over Siroki Beijeb in the UEFA Cup. And Neil McCann also is being withdrawn. Well, he's lasted well, Neil McCann, almost 56 minutes on his return to top team action.
I think he's looked quite sharp. He's maybe going to have to modify his game a little bit, but he certainly looks quite sharp. Him and Fisas down the left, quite dangerous.
Well, the substitutions greeted warmly. Hearts make the double switch. Comes the Robbie Nielsen throw again. Played back across. McAlunison immediately to the action. Ronell. Here comes Bednar. Aguiar's got space. Ronell comes back. Aguiar, did he just touch him over? Yes, according to the assistant on the near side. Jan Peter Arandan saying Aguiar was fouling.
I don't agree with the linesman there. I thought Aguiar's just trying to go for the ball. There's a little push there. I tell you what, there's not a lot in there. I think it's good pressure by Aguiar.
And he looked very surprised, the man who made a couple of chances in the first half. So Hearts leading. And just coming forward, that came off. Miguel Pospisil.
He's so unlucky, nearly get right in behind him there.
There's going to be a change too by Siroki Beijeb. Patrick Ducey is coming on. The Ivan Bubelot will be withdrawn. It's a defender for a midfield player, so they may have to reshuffle. Free kick goes Hearts' way. So Hearts, who didn't score against Ferencváros or Schalke in the group stage of the UEFA Cup here. And to be fair, it's still a Hearts player to find the net, and it's still putting through his own goal. Let's have a look at the goal again. Called immediately by Ian McCall. There's an own goal. We'll see it in a sec. As Hearts try and move the ball quickly. Good play. Two available in the middle. Just moving away there.
He certainly started the second half better than the first, Bednar.
Well, the long throw is not a new tactic. Presley went up Tal too. I've got to say it was a terrific header into the top corner.
Good header and good pressure with Abraham Tal and big Stephen Presley up there as well.
It's hard for the defender. I can be flippant about it, but it is hard for
It's
the
hard,
defender.
but he's got to do better, but it is hard.
So Stephen Presley, who scored against Stuttgart, they've initially tried to take the credit, but it wasn't on goal. So the change is just being made. Patrick Doshi, number 3, for Ivan Bubalo. We'll just see where they settle in. Bednar with Pospisil alongside him. Nice flick away by Silic. Ronell, that just came off his heel. John McGlynn very quickly out to give the ball on to Robbie Nielsen. Some dissent there from Ronell. And the Bosnians getting a little rattled. Stephen Presley plays it forward. Knocked on. Again, Ronell going in hard. And there's a head knock there. 2 players down. We'll get some treatment. And with nearly an hour gone here at Murrayfield, Hearts will be pleased, Ian, they've got the lead, but they now need to make sure the back door is firmly closed.
Yeah, I mean, 1-0's not a bad result if they can keep a clean sheet. I mean, I think they'll be trying their damage to go and get another goal, but 1-0's not a bad result considering the performance.
Just a little knock there. So Siroki Beijeb have to go searching for an away goal. They scored just 30 times in winning the title in 30 matches. They were bettered by 6 other teams in a 16-team league, but the thing is they don't normally concede a lot.
What it tells you is, I think, if Hearts can keep the 1-0 lead or even 2-0, they'll have to come out in the away leg, you know, and that hopefully will leave space for the pacier players Hearts have got to get in behind them, because it's proved very hard to get in behind them. All the good crossing the guys were talking about at half time, it's all coming from 20-30 yards out the box rather than from the byline.
So some treatment there for Abraham Tal. Both teams temporarily down to 10. Hearts trying to take advantage of the fact Ronell's not there on that right side. Magnan is back. Not so much space in the second half. That just knocking it wide. And the ball knocked away. It's a goal kick. Patrick Doshi came on. He just seems to be like for like for Bubalo, but he is a more defensive-minded player.
Yeah, they're maybe trying for a 1-0 now because they don't feel as if they can score, or they're going to try and hit in the counter attack.
So Pospisil, along with former teammates Yuri Jarosik and Lino Sibonko, who are now with Rangers. Sibonko and Jarosik and Pospisil all played against Siroki Beijeb in the UEFA Cup. So the Hearts fans, many of whom will make the trip over to Bosnia, we'll be hoping perhaps to get a few more going on the back of a positive result. Offside flag goes up. Although there will be those Hearts fans in, will be hoping that Hearts do get through and then perhaps a more glamorous tie in the third qualifying round.
Well, definitely. You know, Siroki Beijeb, they're no up media Bratislava on tonight's evidence, I don't think.
Well, Hearts go into the draw, which will be made on Friday, and that gives teams a chance to go and look. Potentially Liverpool, Arsenal, Valencia or Ajax could be here in a couple of weeks' time. The mid-table teams, if you like, CSK Moscow, AEK Athens, who've played Scottish teams in recent times, and the lower seeds Hamburg, Anders Ivanauskas, his former club, and Slovan Liberec of the Czech Republic. may come calling.
Yeah, he was offside, a good yard offside. The ball's got to come earlier, Paul, that's the problem. He's holding his run, He's about a yard offside there.
Defender aware that the pass was delayed, just stepping up. Here comes Mikalunas. Will be a free kick, so that's just catching him. And the referee, who's not had to show any cards, decides to go to the top pockets. And Ronell is yellow carded. He's not one of the 4 players on a yellow card who would miss the match next week. So Aguiar looks, the Bosnians have everybody back, trying to keep Hearts at bay. Aguiar plays it in, let her down.
I just get the feeling, Paul, if Hearts can up the tempo a little bit, they could almost finish the tie tonight. Maybe get 1, maybe 2 more goals.
To be fair, we still don't know how good or not this goalkeeper is, because he's not really been tested.
No, neither goals had a save to make.
Ball gets played forward. Well, when Bal played against them and they won 5-0, it took them a long time to make the breakthrough. Bal winning 5-0, although Siroki Beijeb did have a man sent off. That was Stejterizek, who was ordered off in the first half. It's 11 against 11 here, Hearts leading by 1-0. And they're in search of more. Robbie Nielsen continuing to perform well. His 11th European appearance, plays the ball in. Pospisil, little back header. Tal gets a second chance. Oh, Mikalunas, that was a nice touch from Mikalunas. Well, he didn't give up on that at all, and he kept going and almost got a reward.
I think a little bit of overconfidence from Wagner there in the middle of his defence. He could have thrown himself to the ground as well, I think, but he didn't. He's certainly sharp onto the ball there. Just a little bit of loose play there. He could maybe have went down there. Good on him.
Good see a player keep his feet.
He's not known for diving, Mikalunas.
Presley plays the ball away. Tal doesn't look overly comfortable in the midfield.
I totally agree with what Gordon said in half-time. Wouldn't tell so one-paced in there.
That's trying to flick it forward. Pospisil to Bednar. Bednar and Mikalunas not on the same page. Should get it back without any penalty. Selson trying to go in.
Good defending from Bear in a potentially hazardous situation there.
Selson trying to provide the problems. Hearts again finding a little bit more space now. Mikalunas away from Silic. Ronell tries to then watch as Carvalho goes across. Fisas. Oh, that's good play from Hearts. Lovely efforts! Theodoros Chesnauskas. Well, when he does score, he scores spectacular goals. He scored against Celtic and Partick Thistle in the Scottish Cup, and this is how close he came in Europe for Hearts.
And he got the ball a little earlier and he was able to gather a head of speed. Great, mazy run, beats 3-4 players. I think he tries to drill it, maybe getting his foot around the ball, trying to bend it, but I tell you what, magnificent effort and great skill.
That's great stuff, just stepping away from his man. There was the touch.
And the key to that one, Paul, as a winger, is he's faced him up. He's not allowed the defender to get an angle on him. He's faced him up, straightened him up and get by him.
Well, certainly a look out for the substitute Patrick Dosey, and certainly be able to get past him again. Here comes Ronell. Ronell battling for the ball, plays it inside. Carvalho. And the 4 Brazilians on this Bosnian side. Panza. Looks up Wagner. Selson. Tries to get the ball back again. Selson coming forward. Tried the shot, that was deflected. And Selson Ricardo Borges de Jesus, to give him his full name. Selson will settle for. Does look decent.
Yeah, good play, and a lovely little 1-2. Stephen Presley out really sharp and gets a decent block on it.
Well, at the moment nobody wants to take the corner. Dalibor Silic will go across to take it. Perhaps some time wasting going on there.
Well, a substitution and their urgency to take a corner maybe tells you they're happy with 1-0.
Corner comes in, dealt with by Robbie Nielsen. That's of 10 players back. Nielsen was being fouled as well. The Bosnians themselves kept 3 players back against Hearts 1.
Great header, great defensive header from Nielsen.
Former Lord Provost of Edinburgh, Eric Milligan, a staunch Hearts fan. We're seen around Tynecastle and Murrayfield watching on. Aguiar is coming more into the game. Good play, beats 3. Knocked the ball past Boris Panza. Dared him to foul him, and that's precisely what the Bosnian under-21 internationals did.
Yeah, really good positive run again, and you're right, he's coming more and more into the game. I don't think he was getting the ball, but it was definitely a foul. Chance to put a good ball in the box again.
So the yellow card is the second of the evening. Well, Boris Panza again, not one of the players on a yellow card.
Bear around the back.
Ball played in, little touch, goalkeeper. Well, he started to come, then moved onto his back foot there.
Good delivery, decent delivery. See Christoph Berra there around the back space, he got a couple of yards. Less of a touch, it was over the goalie.
Yeah, and Selson didn't know that Berra was right behind him. That was a good touch on. Fisas on that far side. Under 20 minutes to go at Murrayfield. In front of Hearts' biggest crowd. I reckon it's the biggest since they entertained Benfica at Tynecastle in the European Cup. This would be their first win in the main competition in Edinburgh. Benfica, of course, went on to win the tournament when they faced Hearts back in 60-61. Ball keeps coming forwards. Here comes Tal. Tal infield again. He's given away. Here's Wagner. Bosnians will look to create. Here comes Selson. Presley tries to get across. What's the handball? And Selson hits the post. The flag goes up on the far side. Well, Stephen Presley saw the danger, but Selson certainly can move.
I think it must be a handball. I didn't notice it from up here at the time though. But I think Stephen Presley was in a little bit deep.
Oh, yes.
Very skillfully done, may I say, but
well,
good decision by the linesman.
It wasn't the hand of God, but it was the hand of Jesus. Yes. Selson Ricardo Borges de Jesus, to be precise. And deservedly yellow carded for his troubles. Has there been a little lull in the game, Ian?
Yeah, I think so. And I've got to say, Murrayfield's a fantastic stadium. I don't think it does Hearts any favours. I know they've got to, but it doesn't do them any favours playing here.
Ball gets played forward. Bednar's offside. Interesting that Ivica Barbaric said he would have rather played at Tynecastle, having played there with Velis Mostar, but not sure he wasn't just trying to wind Hearts up a little.
I think he was.
Former Yugoslav international, part of the Yugoslav Olympic side. Back in Seoul, here comes Mikalunas. Not really what Hearts want, it's sort of shooting from 30 plus yards.
No, I thought he could have kept driving with the ball there. He got himself in a really good position, a lot of space. Just keep driving with the ball. Bednar's made a good diagonal run there, taking the man away.
Not noted for his goal scoring. There's 4 goals for Hearts. But Hearts certainly enjoying the more chances on goal, but the lead is a slim one. Ball played away. Landeka goes after it. And Bednar just trying to make life difficult for Basic. And the long ball drops the offside flag on that far side. So Bednar, well, he's worked hard, perhaps coming to it a little bit more in the second half, as you said.
I think he started the second half a little bit better, but you know, he's got some way to go to convince me. But he's certainly a big, strong lad.
In there again. Was he being pulled? Yes, he was. Boris Panzer.
That's good play. You know, he's taking it in well and drawing the foul. You know, and this is a chance to score a goal. What the gift for Paul Hartley hitting this one?
Being held back well.
Good striking play.
Michael Pospisil may fancy this. There's currently a committee being formed around the ball, and the referee Stephen Presley too has been known to have a hit, but he'll move into the box. Tomislav Masic. And Fisas there.
It's a real 10 yards that the ref measured out those strides.
Fisas with a little dummy. Aguirre steps up, went for the curl, and was also close. Well, Siroki Brejeb had a goalkeeper between the sticks, but he was a statue as this came in.
What a thud as well when it hit the crossbar, the angle of the crossbar. Great effort at goal, goalkeeper nowhere. That's just bad luck, it didn't go in. Super effort.
Well, these are the things that can make the difference in European football.
You just get the feeling if Hearts can up it for the last 15 minutes, there is another goal or goals here.
Vladimir Romanov was looking for 3 goals, he almost got 1 there. But if it's not on target, it's simply not good enough.
And Stephen Presley will know as well, it's just as important to make sure none going at the other end. You saw the danger of Selson there with his pace, he is a pacey player.
So Stephen Presley looking on, Sniveris Cisnauskas is down. And Ionauskas knows he's only got 1 substitute left. Julien Brele is an option.
I think he hurt himself more when he hit the ground with his dive. He got hit though.
He did get taken. Well, they're certainly having fun this evening, the Hearts fans. Mind you, the Siroki fans too have had a little bit of fun. I think they've had lots of fun in the Edinburgh bars throughout the afternoon.
Lucky them.
And their evening is not done yet. As long as the hospitality is the same in Mostar.
Well, we'll be staying in over there, Paul.
Ball forward, Bednar looking for it. Hearts trying to pick things up again and drive for a second goal. Forward it goes. Tal goes in again, just a bit of head tennis. Hearts have always taken a lead when they've played Bosnian opposition, and you'll find out how they do when we go across to Siroki Brejeb against Harlemen Lothian. Join us next Wednesday evening. Ball chipped away. Well, they're called the Skapuri after the communist resistance that was in place in Rijeka. That's the name of the fans, name of the basketball fans as well, such a big sport over there too. But I've been told they're expecting a near 7,000 sellout, the stadium, the Pekara Stadium in Siroki Brejeb, capacity slightly reduced for European nights. They certainly take heart. They'll feel that they're trailing by 1-0. It's retrievable. Can Hearts make it harder? Here's Pospisil. Little ball in. Tal. Still Tal. Well, he dummied the first time and hammered it home the second. Abraham Tal puts Hearts 2 ahead, and it's the scoreline they were looking for. Hearts 2, Siroki 0.
We've said all along, Gordon Smith, John Roberts and myself, that he's a goal-scoring midfielder, and he got in the box well, but you know, it's good play by Hearts. Possible's done well since he's came on. Decent ball in the box. He got very lucky there, but he's finished it well. And it's a crucial goal, and you know what? They could get another one as well. Good ball, good run. Got his luck there and a good finish.
It's the first time he's scored for Hearts, and what a stage to score it on. The Champions League. Lovely little touch. Fired the ball home. He got a goal in a friendly, but they don't count. These do, and that's what it means.
I think Pospisil has given him a little option, you know, coming off more. It's maybe a better partnership with him there, with one of the other bigger boys.
Well, Hearts beat Velez Mostar 3-0. They beat Zeleznikar 2-0. 2 previous times they've met Bosnian opposition at home. Here comes Selson. And again, another strong challenge corner to the Bosnians. Just over 10 minutes to go. And Silic very slow to go across. Christoph Berra is very, very solid at the back. Corner comes in. Wilson gets the head away. Ronell tests Craig Gordon. Just about to ask you when we last actually mentioned Craig Gordon. He's not had anything to do, just kept his eye on the shot.
Yeah, he did a quiet night, but you know, dealt with that comfortably. You know, you got to feel they might have to come out, maybe try and get a goal now, or the tie may be over.
Aguiar. It's not been pretty at times for Hearts, but they've been hard working, and they've yielded 2 goals.
I think they've been better in the second half as well.
And that's very, very close, just down in front of us.
That was tight. My first reaction was I thought he might have been just off.
And I think your first reaction was right.
Yeah, it's about half a yard.
So Dalibor Silic, the captain of Siroki Beijeb, just hoping to steady his side. Conceding a third might just be too much for them. Abraham Tal started 4 of the last 5, started in midfield tonight. And Mikhail Pospisil, the provider, just got the luck there. But the touch and the finish, he was not to be denied. Pospisil. Good challenge on the far side by Alic, who was unfortunate enough to head behind his own goalkeeper. Kovacic is getting ready to come on for the Bosnians. Fisas. Go forward. Fisas against Toci. Fisas. He was always trying to sit down for a moment there, but he wins the free kick on another set play. Handled the game well so far, Espen Berntsen, although the Bosnians may complain that Neil McCann hand should have yielded a penalty. Ball gets played, edge of the box. Wisniewski's, I think, trying to complain about that taking a deflection, but it didn't look like it.
No, it was a decent free kick. He had a chance, but you know what? I think with them rocking it, I put that in the box with all the big boys, Stephen Presley, Christoph Berra, Bednar, all in the box.
Tal sandwiched there. It'll be a free kick, break in play. So Presley will get ready to take it forward. The sub is being made. Kovacic coming on, and off is being withdrawn. Number 7, Karagan, who spent last season in Israel with Hapoel Nazareth. Well, a few people would have heard of Siroki Beijeb before tonight. I think they've acquitted themselves reasonably well. One ball played through. Almost kept in, but the official says that was it. It's always difficult, Ian, when you're playing against a side that doesn't have a pedigree, that doesn't come with any big names, but you've still got to go out and do the job.
Of course you have, and you know, it certainly wasn't as scintillating football we've been promised, but you just got to look back last season. Bratislava they went on and got to the group stages and acquitted themselves very well. I don't think Siroki Beijeb are as good as that. I don't think they're anywhere near as good as that.
I mean, a clean sheet for Tomislav Basic for in his 8 appearances to date. Been beaten twice this evening, once by his own side, and that's a bad touch. Bednar's got a chance! Landeka took his eye off the ball, and that might be enough to send Hearts into the 3rd round of qualifying for the Champions League. Roman Bednar on target. Hearts go 3-0 up.
Good finish as well. I mean, the goalie's come out and got no man's land. He's finished it well.
A terrible back pass though.
Well, listen, it's shocking defending. But you know what, he's still got to finish it off. I've seen them missed. And he clearly enjoys scoring, because he went crazy when he scored it. I think he realises that he's put Hearts in the next round, barring a disaster over Bosnia.
Well, Roman Bednar scores for the first time in European competition. It's his 8th goal for Hearts. And what a night it is turning out to be. It looked also different at half-time when it was 0-0.
You did sense in the last half an hour there was goals there. You know,
Mind you, to be fair, Vladimir Romanov said he wanted 3 goals.
Well, I don't think they're allowed to score 4 now, are they?
Akalunas fighting hard. Ronel goes down, and it will go the way of the Bosnians. There's a man down on the far side for Hearts.
Looks like Cramp.
Also looks like Aguiar. In terms of no complaints that Hearts are winning, we want the Scottish side to do well, but feel sorry slightly for the Bosnians.
In a word? No. Nobody feels sorry for our club sides when we get put out of Europe all the time. I want all our Scottish sides to go through and do really well.
Well, Landeka knew that he'd presented Bednar with a chance, and he did enjoy the celebration.
That's how you should be when you score a goal as well.
It puts Hearts firmly in the driving seat. These fans are loving it. So Roman Bednar scored 2 goals in the last 4 matches he started, scoring again tonight. So Julian Brellier is preparing to come on. It'll be the last 3 minutes of the match. Landeka, how he must be feeling when presented Bednar with that opportunity. Well, in the UEFA Cup qualifying at Murrayfield, Hearts knocked in 3 against Braga. Braga did get an away goal. Hearts have to guard against that. They've not really caused too many problems, Siroki Beijeb. In the last 20 minutes or so, 1 tame shot with Craig Gordon. Simpson, wrong direction. That's a bit slow.
The one thing I would say, I don't think Siroki Beijeb look an overly fit team. I mean, I know their season's not to start for another week or 2. They certainly don't look fit.
Well, they've been training for at least 6 to 8 weeks. They've had pre-season. They played Sarajevo in a friendly, but Bruno Aguiar, former under-21 international for Portugal, goes off, and when you're leading 3-0 you'll get a standing ovation no matter what.
I think he's done quite well. He's certainly done well in the second half.
So a good second half from the Portuguese. It's a popular Frenchman, Julien Brele, who comes on.
I think Brele's a terrific player. You know, I think they can get him fit and get him in the team.
Ball forward just came off there. Oh, Panza. Hearts get the corner.
Just saying, because they have noticeably tired. They've wilted in the last kind of 20-25 minutes.
Well, I think the fourth official is desperate for this match not to end. Indications are there'll be 5 minutes of additional time. Tal, one of the goal scorers.
Hearts keeping 3 back.
Safety first. Mikalunas plays it in. Knocked away. Won well by Presley on his way back. Here's Brele. Touched away though. Ronell onto Selson. Ball was initially won by Kovacic. Dosey tried to play it forward, but Hearts had plenty of players there. And another change is being made. Carvalho is being withdrawn, and Josef Papic, the Croatian, comes on, having signed a 2-year contract just a couple of months ago to join his new side. Five minutes of additional time. Well, Hearts are hoping that this 5 doesn't work against them. Ball gets played infield. Here's Wagner. Wagner with a touch across. Selson is there. A goal now from the Bosnians changes the complexion of the tie.
Really good defending from Berra. He could quite easily have given away a free kick in a dangerous area there.
Ball gets played forwards. A little free kick there against Robbie Nielsen. I mean, what are the Bosnians doing? I mean, at 3-0, you're perhaps as good as out, but 3-1, you've got hope.
Oh, definitely. I think they've got to try and press for a goal. They should be delighted with the 5 minutes, but as I said, I don't think they look as if they're firing all cylinders in terms of fitness.
Decent ball out wide from Doshi. Delivery is important. Selson's pulled away. Wagner tried to get on the end. Well, they've decided they have to attack again. And Wagner Santos Ligo, his full name, trying to inspire his side.
It's not a great ball into the box. The ball's behind. He's never going to score from there. But good build-up.
So Hearts, who have conceded in the last 7 European matches, are on the verge of shutting out Siroki Beijeb. It would mean so much to the Hearts fans. Stoppage time. Just over 3 minutes to be played. Here's Ronell. Silic coming forward again, the left full-back and captain. Wagner. It's the Brazilian cartel at the moment. Papic. Just too far for Silic there. And Hearts will just be happy to hold the line and just keep the ball and play time out.
Well, they'll definitely settle for 3-0. I mean, the tie's not completely won, but you know, they'll just go over there and try and do a professional job.
Puts real pressure on Siroki Beijeb.
Well, they have to come out and throw bodies forward, simple as that.
Taken down by Nielsen. A little touch away there. Pospisil trying to get on the end of things. So Hearts have equalled their scoreline against Velez Mostar on the night at Tynecastle. Bannon, Galloway and Cahoon the goal scorers tonight. Anic with their own goal, Tal and Bednar. Pospisil to Michalunas. Silic managed to concede. Fourth goal now puts the tie beyond the Bosnian champions.
Stephen Presley still going forward as well, even with 2 minutes to go.
Michalunas looks up. 5 teammates in the box to try and hit. Presley was going for it. Just skipped away from Cisnauskas. Here's Wagner. Papic was trying to get there, but Robbie Nielsen has been solid. Here comes Bednar. Michalunas wants to run onto it. An intentional flick back. Pospisil scored against this team before. Plays it out to Michalunas. Low ball in, just driven away. And Siroki Beijeb simply want that final whistle to go now. We have a glimmer of hope, but merely a glimmer. Will be extinguished by a fourth goal. This is where it started for Hearts, the goals this evening, from the throw from Robbie Nielsen. You don't often see that, Robbie Nielsen not going for the penalty box. The last few seconds of the match. Ball gets played through, flicked on. And Basic comes out. Well, it was fairly promising at times for the Bosnians. But it was a night that belonged to the home side, goalless at half-time. But Stephen Presley inspired his team, an own goal from Anic. And Ibrahim Tal gets on the score sheet for the first time as a Hearts player in a competitive match. Rounded off by Roman Bednar, his first European goal. Words of consolation for the goalkeeper. But it was a night that was nervous at times for Hearts. They struggled at times, but in the end they did enough. And Hearts will carry a 3-goal lead to Bosnia next week. The Hearts fans celebrate, the Hearts players too as well. The Bosnians leave the field of play quickly, but Stephen Presley knows that his side have almost got the job done, but there's still work to do next week. Full-time scoreline from Murrayfield. Hearts 3, Siroki Beijeb 0.
Stephen Presley obviously delighted with that victory. A 3-0 it was at the end of the match. A great second half performance from a Hearts point of view. John Robertson is with me, and former Hearts manager of course, and player, and you said they needed to up the pace,